Howdy Data Pros! Let's uncover the main features of online freelancing market. And this purpose, the lean market research approach is applied. Lean market research stands for conducting market research in a highly efficient and productive way. What is meant by efficiency is reducing the requested time and budget by comparison to classical state-of-the-art market research. For more information about lean market research, please refer to the adequate resources from datapros.ai. Let's start then. The main outline of the study aims at mastering the main intuitions behind online freelancing market. The report starts by a general introduction about the scope of the study and the main facts around online freelancing. The research methodology is then introduced. It contains the research, strategy, and workflow. The report tackles then its main part consisting of the online freelancing market structure. The market structure reports key features and numbers of the market like the market size, trends, competition, etc. Finally, the main outcomes of the study are deduced and summarized. The report is closed by a general discussion. The references used for the research are listed. First things first, let's start by gathering first information about online freelancing market. This first step aims at uncovering mainly qualitatively the main features of online freelancing market. It also aims at building a first intuition about it. Online freelancing may exist in the literature in the form of different terms. Online outsourcing is one of these terms and refers to online freelancing when requested by the customers. For instance, when a company outsources online a given activity, the company is requesting online freelancers to fulfill that activity. Gig economy can be found in the literature as used interchangeably with online freelancing. Gig economy refers more to small jobs that are requested online and can be fulfilled online or physically. Examples of gig activities would be fulfilling driving missions, data entry, survey fulfillment, etc. The current report does not include gig economy. It focuses rather on online freelancing that requests higher qualifications like coding, writing, designing, etc. Remote work should also be differentiated from online freelancing. Indeed, all online freelancing is remote working, but not all remote working is online freelancing. Consequently, numerous facts and data regarding remote work is useful for assessing online freelancing market. Let's focus then on online freelancing and take a look at some of its most common definitions. Most definitions encompasses two major terms, online and freelancing. On the one hand, freelancers are free workers that are usually self-employed. They specialize in a given field and offer their services in the framework of short to medium-term contracts. Freelancers are not engaged with one particular customer. They often serve more than one customer at once. Online freelancers are the online version of freelancers. In other terms, they provide their expertise and services remotely via a digital connection with their customers. The digital connection is often guaranteed by freelancing marketplaces like Upwork, Freelancer, and Fiverr. Consequently, not all activities are well suited for online freelancing. Hence, online freelancing is at the intersection of two big markets. These two markets are freelancing and online business. Freelancing market exists since almost the start of human civilizations and occupies big volumes, as it will be shown by the study. On the other hand, online business is a relatively new market that is gaining increasing value. This growth of online business markets is due to the massive digitization worldwide that took place few decades ago. Consequently, one can expect already an interesting market when speaking about online freelancing. Indeed, it's the intersection between a big market and a highly growing one. What about online freelancing from a marketing mix point of view? Marketing mix, or 4Ps, stands for defining in a nutshell a given market from among 4 main dimensions. First, the product. Online freelancing consists in proposing services remotely. Second, the price. Online freelancers play often on the price advantage when they propose their services online. Indeed, online freelancers can be very competitive since they do not have the classical expenses of big corporate structures. In addition, thanks to digitization, online freelancers can suggest their services from anywhere on the planet. This includes geographic areas that have highly competitive working rates, like Asia, Latin America, and Eastern Europe. Third, the place. As its definition suggests it, online freelancing can be performed anywhere from the planet. Fourth, the promotion. Online freelancers use usually 2 main sources for promoting their services. The first promotion channel can be the online freelancing marketplaces like Upwork, Freelancer, Fiverr, etc. The second promotion channel is the classical digital marketing channels like social media, emailing, content marketing, etc. Now, let's take a look at the main value proposition behind online freelancing. Online freelancing is a solution that tackles 3 main pain points. First, the human resources HR challenge of finding the right talents. This first pain point is particularly true among highly competitive fields like technology, marketing, and intellectual services. All these highly competitive fields are perfectly compatible with online freelancing and remote working. Consequently, online freelancing is a good remedy for it. Second, online freelancing is a synonymous of freedom and happy professional life. This is particularly true when it comes to comparing online freelancing to classical ways of working and its constraints. Examples of these classical constraints that are overcome by online freelancing are rigid working times, dependency on hierarchy, lack of choice, etc. Third, online freelancing is a great solution in the realm of constrained cultures. Indeed, women, paralyzed, and some particular minorities find online freelancing as a career and lifesaver. After this qualitative introduction regarding online freelancing, let's take a look now at some quantitative facts through some numbers. Indeed, classical freelancing is already a big market. This can be seen through the fact that classical freelancing represents 1/3 of the global workforce worldwide. This corresponds to 1.1 billion people freelancing in 2021. More than half of freelancers, or 55% of them, still have other full-time jobs. Freelancing weighs the massive volume of $4 trillion worldwide. Finally, and surprisingly, online freelancing weighs only 1% among global freelancing market. This latter fact suggests that there is still room for developing online freelancing worldwide. Here is an amazing fact seen at Google during the last few years. The digital giant counts more than half of its workforce as freelancers. This fact is not only concerning big corporations. Indeed, 71% of SMBs, or small to medium businesses, engage freelancers in 2020. Among these SMBs, 81% plan to hire freelancers again, and 83% of them confirm that freelancers' journey was successful and beneficial for their businesses. Let's take a look now at this very interesting fact from a study focusing on remote work activities. The study is conducted by McKinsey.com. More particularly, the top 3 remote work activities are studied. The study differentiates between 2 notions, the effective potential and the theoretical maximum. The effective potential refers to the percentage of tasks among a given activity that can be conducted remotely without any loss of efficiency. Theoretical maximum, on the other hand, corresponds to the additional tasks among a given activity that can be conducted technically remotely but may affect negatively the efficiency of the conducted task. The sum of these two numbers report the overall score in percentage of a given activity and its compliance with remote working. The top 3 activities for remote work reported by the study are finance and insurance, management and tech services. This result can be easily transposed to online freelancing as well. On the other hand, the same study reports the top-down 3 activities that are not remote work. On the other hand, the same study reports the top-down 3 activities that are not compatible with remote working. The 3 activities are construction, accommodation, and food services, and agriculture. The overall compatibility score of these 3 activities is below 20%. This is consistent with common sense and expectations, hence confirms the consistency of the used approach. This result can also be directly transposed to online freelancing, hence identifying the top-down activities that are not compatible with online freelancing. Let's take now a look at the overall average of the score for all professional activities. A final study using the same approach assesses the overall adaptability of all professional activities to remote work. The overall effective potential of 29% is not far away from the theoretical maximum of 39%. This result shows that remote work is already well penetrated among professional cultures. This result also shows that there is still some room for more remote work. This remaining gap is expected to be fulfilled greatly, especially during pandemic times. Let's now identify more exhaustively the specialties that are the best suited for online freelancing. The top 5 online freelancing specialties are reported. First is coding. Tech specialties in general are perfectly adapted to online freelancing. Indeed, the coding specifications and requests can be explained remotely via online calls and shared reports. The coder makes then the job and delivers remotely the numerical product to the customers. The overall process is fully digitized. Second is designing. Just like coding, designing services lifecycle is perfectly digitized. Consequently, it's perfectly adapted to online freelancing. This intuition is confirmed when making searches on the common online freelancing marketplaces about the most existing freelancing offers. Third is writing services, such as fiction and non-fiction writers, content marketers, copywriters, and translators. Fourth is digital marketing. Indeed, marketing online using social media, search engines, and blogging is by definition a purely digital activity, hence very well adapted to online freelancing. Fifth is photography and videography making. Indeed, digital content is key for big and small businesses. Consequently, there is a big demand on that field too, which is also highly compatible with online freelancing. Let's now take a look at the main questions asked around online freelancing on the web. For this purpose, a research using AssoThePublic.com is conducted. This online platform tool allows researchers to have quickly and efficiently an idea about the main questioning that the crowd has about a given subject. The main searches encountered about online freelancing can be summarized into 3 main points. First is how to make online freelancing and how to make money out of it. Second is questioning from students and people from around the world on whether online freelancing is legit. Third is what are the best courses for online freelancing. Consequently, the main questioning about online freelancing highlights how the field is still young and limited in popularity. These results show also the need for specific training and educational materials around online freelancing. Now, what are the main strengths of online freelancing based on an online observation and ethnography. First of all is flexibility. Indeed, the majority of encountering comments and posts of online freelancers report that freedom is definitely an important aspect for them. Second is wide choice. Indeed, freelancers in general and online ones in particular have a wide choice regarding the customers to work for, the projects to execute, and the type of contracts to be engaged in. Third is the fact that it's an efficient solution against unemployment. This strength is particularly true during pandemic times. Indeed, unemployment is increasing everywhere on the globe. Having the opportunity to strike the employment market globally is a more efficient solution than being constrained by the nearby employers. Like all technologies and solutions, nothing is perfect. How does this apply to online freelancing? For that purpose, let's take a look at the main challenges that face online freelancing. First is isolation. Indeed, the downside of such a big freedom is to be alone. Online freelancers are not constrained by any of the classical working chains. Consequently, they find themselves often alone. Hence, online freelancing is not adapted to all psychological profiles. Some mitigating solutions exist in that purpose, like group online freelancing, working for online freelancing agencies, working on physical co-working spaces, etc. Second is uncertainty and low predictability. Indeed, by definition, online freelancers should find by themselves their contracts. This operation is often struggling. This is due to the fact that online freelancers have generally technical profiles and they are not trained for sales and marketing. The demand is also volatile, and the competition among online freelancers is increasingly fierce. Third is low and sometimes non-existing social protection. Indeed, online freelancing is a very recent field, especially in developing countries. Consequently, legislations and laws are not yet fully adapted to it. Let's then close this introduction by stating the main expected future trends regarding online freelancing. The online freelancing future trends can be summarized into three main points. First is wider deployment. Indeed, even if online freelancing is still a relatively new field, all indicators show that it's following a considerable growth. More quantitative assessment regarding this statement will be shared in the upcoming sections. Second is adapted training programs. Indeed, this is an aspect that was outlined both during the AnswerThePublic.com survey as well as during the listing of the main challenges that are facing online freelancers. Third is specialized online freelancing marketplaces. Indeed, this is a trend that is already taking shape. Today, the main marketplaces like Upwork, Freelancer, and Fiverr are general-purpose platforms. It's expected that specialized platforms by field will be the standard in the next upcoming years. A general-first intuition is then built through this general introduction regarding online freelancing. What is the main purpose of the current report? It's mainly to provide the reader with a first taste about online freelancing from both qualitative and quantitative aspects. It aims also at providing the reader with some elements for assessing confidently the worth of this market. For this purpose, the global market structure of online freelancing is studied. Among others are depicted the market size, the market segmentation from geographic aspect and operational aspect, the competition landscape, the main business models, and the opportunities behind online freelancing. In order to fulfill the research objectives, a research methodology is adopted. In the current research, primary and secondary researches are conducted. Among the primary research, qualitative data about online freelancing market is collected. This data is mainly based on passive focus groups. It's also based on passive observation and ethnography. On the other hand, secondary research is based on qualitative and quantitative data. Qualitative data encompasses the research among books, articles, and high-quality blog posts. Quantitative data is mainly based on open data sources.